Hi everyone, it's me, and today let's watch this video together. Wow, 该成功吧 Let's start. Truth, respect, awareness, game exchange, bringing culture to gaming. Thank you.
Hey everyone, Gaijin Goomba here.
Hi, Goomba.
I've spent a bit of time looking back at my old videos, and I realize it's been months since I've talked about Japanese culture and games. So I figured it's about time to head back to my roots and talk about some Japanese culture and games. And what better way to do that than talk about one of the weirdest games from our childhood, Mythical Ninja, also known as Ganbare Goemon for the SNES. What would you say if I told you that everything in this game, from the woobity-woos to the hashish pipes, makes sense from a cultural perspective?
What?
Now, I'm sure you're thinking I got into Ronnie's Mercury toothpaste, but no, it's true. And today, I'm going to prove it. So strap in, kiddies, there's going to be a lot of analysis going down today. Let's start with our main characters, Kid Yin and Dr. Yang. I'm sorry, but those names are absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, he sure looks like a doctor, doesn't he? Their non-bastardized names are Goemon and Ebitsumaru, who are based off of the Robin Hood-esque legendary thieves of Japan, Ishikawa Goemon and Nakamura Jirokichi, aka Nezumi Kozo. If you've played any of the Samurai Warrior games, you probably recognize these guys as well. Anywho, Nezumi Kozo was a thief who was popularized into being a Robin Hood hero. He was captured not once, but twice. The first time he was tattooed and banished, and the second time he was publicly executed. In his 15-year career, however, he stole from over 100 samurai families, totaling in 30,000 ryo, which is about $36 million. Not a bad life compared to poor Goemon, though. He too was a thief, but he was actually known to give to the poor. But it was only a matter of time before the law caught up with him. Then warlord Toyotomi Hideyoshi captured his son Gobe and murdered his wife Otaki. Goemon, seeking revenge, made an assassination attempt against Hideyoshi, but was caught. His punishment? He and his son were boiled alive. Ugh. But enough of the dramatic stuff. Let's talk about the crazy crap that's going on in this game. And I suppose the easiest way to do that is to talk about every level, so let's begin. Starting with this scruffy-looking fellow. This is basically a very stereotypical caricature of the Ainu people, the indigenous tribes of northern Japan. What? Do you think only Japanese people lived in Japan? Oh dear. The easiest way to describe these people and their circumstance is pretty much what the English colonists did to the Native Americans. Yeah, it's not pretty.
Yeah, just cha.
And even to this day, they're seen as brutish, savage people by many people in Japan, and this caricature doesn't help their cause. Times are changing, but it still isn't easy for these shamanistic people. This guy with the basket on his head? This is actually a nomadic monk sect called Komuso. They've traveled all over Japan playing shakuhachi as a method of meditation and accepting donations.
Oh, so it's like monks, I guess? Oh, but wait, they're covering their faces, so they are like a disguise. It can be a pro and a con. There's a good and bad.
In fact, these guys still exist today. I've actually ran into 2 or 3 of them in Nagoya. The idea behind the basket on their head is to remove their appearance and ego from the community, but what it really did was create a great disguise for Ronin and ninja who were trying to keep out of the public's eye. So don't feel bad for beating the crap out of these guys in-game. Most likely, they're disguised bad guys. Speaking of monks, here's another one. Though these guys presumably come from the Shakujo sect. And yes, for those of you wondering, Miroku from Inuyasha was one of these monks. Anywho, the significance of this sect comes from their staff, which had several rings. The sounding of these rings were used to ward off smaller evil spirits, as well as provide a signal to locals that a monk was in earshot and able to help or accept alms. Now these guys with the wide hats, you might think they're monks as well, but they're actually regular people as pilgrims. Gasa pilgrims to be exact, named after their big hats. These people would travel all over Japan, hitting important shrines and holy spots during the summer. And speaking from experience, those big umbrella hats are a must for keeping the sun out.
Yeah, speaking from experience, it can be a challenge sometimes.
How about these cute little fireball guys? They can't be bad, right? Well, that's a Hinotama, and just like Litwick from Pokemon, these sentient balls of flame love to hang out with big, nasty ghouls, lighting their way through the night. Seeing one of these things means a really horrible death is just around the corner. Not so cute now, is it?
Nope.
How about the Hyotoko gang in the second stage? You may think this was just a generic name, but it isn't. The masks of these guys, as well as their faces, are based off of a character archetype mask in Kyogen, literally meaning wild words.
Kyogen.
Basically an intermission comedy sketch between no performances. The Kyogen mask represents a stereotypical doofus male
That's my Kyogen
character, which I'm sure you can understand from the goofy puckered lips. Speaking of Kyogen, there's another gang in this game who's completely based off that mask. The Otafu gang of Ohei Dojo in the next stage.
Otafuku.
The resemblance comes from the Otafuku mask, which at first comedically symbolized the standard female beauty in Japan, but eventually became a symbol of general jolliness, much like our yellow smiley faces here in the West. So yeah, you've got an evil gang and happy masks running amok in Japan. Oh, the Joker would be so proud.
Oh, the Joker will be so proud.
The next level of the game, the Ninja Castle, is pretty self-explanatory. You've got guys with swords, kunais, and shurikens, but what's interesting to note is that it says it takes place in Iga. Unlike the last level, Ohei Dojo, Iga actually exists and was a stone's throw away from where I used to live in Mie Prefecture. I'm also very happy to report that the practice of ninjutsu still is being studied in its birthplace today. Ha! Take that, zombies and pirates! The next level is Tengu Mountain. Not really sure what a Tengu is exactly? Well, Tengus are bird-like humanoids with a unique, usually red-colored face with long, long noses. They're both shapeshifters and masters of martial arts, but are generally harmless dwelling high in the mountains of Japan. Something to take note, though, is that the Tengu in Mythical Ninja toss around a 5-prong leaf. No, those aren't weed leaves, though with the visual style of this game, I wouldn't blame you if you thought they were. They're actually Aralia tree leaves, which Tengu use to control winds. Boy, that sure sounds familiar, huh? The boss of Tengu Mountain is an actor straight out of Kabuki, another one of Japan's well-known performing arts. Man, this is kind of a running gag in this game, isn't it? Though to be fair, where no theater focuses on smaller stages, simple masks, and subtle delivery, Kabuki has huge, elaborate costumes, a vastly wider scope, and the actors literally play the stage like an instrument. Moving on, the next stage is said to take place in Izumo, which also is an actual factual place. It's a coastal province, which gives the stage design some truth, but the big reference here is the boss, Hakuryu. In essence, this boss represents the oceanic protector of the sea, Ryujin. Living in his coral undersea palace known as Ryugyu-jo, Ryujin controlled the waters with the tide jewels, Kanju, or tide ebbing jewel, and Manju, or tide flowing jewel. According to legend, Empress Jingu used these jewels during a sea battle with Korea to control the tide in her favor. The next level's theme is all about Dharma dolls. I'm sure many of you have seen these in other games, but are wondering, what exactly are these? Well, these dolls represent the bringer of Zen Buddhism to China and Japan, Bodhidharma, dating back to the 5th or 6th century. Little is known about him, but he's a character surrounded by legend. His most renowned legend is described as how he spent 9 years in his wall-staring meditative state, a practice that all Zen Buddhist monks practice even today. He actually spent such a long time meditating his arms and legs fell off. Thus why all of the Dharma dolls have no arms or legs. Last but certainly not least, the final level consisting of the Hanya Carpenters borrows just one more mask from No and Kyogen Theater, the Hanya mask. It was used to represent villainous characters, evil demons, spiteful women, so on and so forth. The final boss of this game, who also wears one of these masks, rides atop a hybrid dog-lion creature called a Shisa from Okinawan mythology. Shisa statues can be seen all over Japan, but what's notable about these guys is their mouths. Male Shisa have open mouths which ward off evil, and female Shisa have closed mouths which allow good spirits in. The final irony of this game comes from the fact that the final boss, who has captured our beloved princess, is a shogun whom Goemon must fight. This bears a striking resemblance to the real-life Goemon's struggle against Hideyoshi, who became the second shogun of Japan. And we've come full circle. You know what? After all of that, I still haven't covered everything about this game. But if you're curious about how all of the wackiness of this game makes sense, go check out filibustercartoons.com/ninja. There's a comprehensive list of everything that I've talked about today and then some when it comes to Mythical Ninja. I'll see y'all next time. And as always, until then, this is Gaijin Goomba signing out.
Thank you so much.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you want to check out more of my videos about culture and gaming, give a little click on my icon here. But if you want to get your mind blown by the soothing sensations of MadPad or the fro-headed quirkiness of Ronnie Edwards, be sure to click here for the Game
Ronnie.
Theorists channel,
Thank you,
bringing
MadPad.
you the truth about your favorite games since 2011. And don't forget to subscribe. Your support is truly what makes our shows go round.
Right. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you find this video very knowledgeable, very entertaining, and very enjoyable to watch. Thank you so much, and hope to see you in my next video. But hey, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have anything to share us. Thank you so much, and don't forget to follow my channel. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. But hey, that's just a game exchange. Thanks for watching. Subscribe! Thank you.